everybody, welcome back to the channel. So last time on Final Fantasy XIV, we picked up a quest from Mila in the Gladiators Guild that a fellow guildmate has been injured and we were asked to come and help him. In this episode, we're going to go ahead and do this and the very next Gladiator quest because we are now level 25. And this is currently the level 20 quest. And then right after that, we're going to continue on with the story, and it looks like we're going to be going into our third dungeon, so that's exciting. And that will probably be all we can get to for this one, but we'll see. So here we go. We're going to talk to this injured gladiator. I assume he is the guildmate. Help me. I can't feel my... And here's a potion. Thank you, sister. It all happened so fast. Over by the tracks to the north, I don't know who attacked me, nor why they left me alive, but I dare say the answer is out there. Surely someone saw something. Alright, so we're going to go talk to some people and figure out what's going on. First person's right in here. And there they are. Round Elf. That's an interesting name. The fellow outside? I saw him stumble in when I left the bar to take a piss. Was alone, as I recall. You say he's wounded? Thought he was just drunk. Alright. And then looks like we got a couple people to talk to up this direction. And FFXIV. Right over here. Suspicious characters. Well, now that you mention it, I did see a strange fellow wearing a garish purple robe. At first I thought he was talking to himself, but then I realized he had a link pearl. I heard him say something about the wrong man and the silver bazaar. Does that help? Uh-oh. It must be more of those, purple robed fellows that were going after Mila's gladiator friend. I can't remember his name. Point of ambush. Okay, we found something, I guess. Hello, friend. Cough. Purple robe? That sounds familiar. It was him, I'd swear it. Did you find anything else? We found a ring. Picked this up by the tracks, eh? Might as well have belonged to the bastard. Can't say I've seen its like before. Might be his Wyman could tell you more. You know him, don't you? He's the bespectacled bloke who's always lounging around Emerald Avenue in the city. Of course, being the businessman that he is, he'd probably ask to be compensated in exchange. Show that ring to Wyman. He's sure to know something about it. Sounds good. And Ulda's a bit far away, so we're gonna just teleport. Okay, there he is. Hello. Well now, if it ain't Leanne, everybody's favorite venturer, I hear you threw your lot in with the gladiators. A questionable decision given the events of recent days, but to each his own. To what do I owe the pleasure? Oi, put that away before someone sees it. Where in the seven hells you'd get one of those rings? What, don't you recognize the sigil? Goddamn fool. Before you go stumbling around in the brush, you ought to at least know what kind of venomous bastards will be lurking within. Been a long time since old Daw's seen a criminal organization rise from obscurity to notoriety as quickly as the Alacran. Word is they've got connections to the Brass Blades, the Syndicate, and gods know who else. But you didn't hear that from me. I want no part of whatever mess you and your mates have gotten yourselves into. Understood? Alright. Sounds good. Okay, and we need to go talk to Mila. Where's the... I guess we'll just go back to the big ether right over here. So we can teleport to the Gladiators Guild. And right there. Oh, Leon, I was wondering when you might return. What news do you bring of our injured comrade? He was attacked by a member of the Alacran. The Alacran? I find that hard to believe, but no matter. One of our comrades returned from Stone Throw moments ago. A gang of bandits is said to be headed for the Silver Bazaar. They're after a man with an enormous bounty on his head. The people living there are in grave danger. In their frenzy to find their quarry, the bandits won't scruple to destroy property and harm civilians, and the few brass blades stationed there will be powerless to stop them. We must stop them, Leanne. We'll protect the Silver Bazaar and avenge our injured guildmate, all in one fell swoop. A bit melodramatic, if you ask me. His name is Aldous. I need to try to remember that. Aldous, I told you never to come here again. I couldn't sit idly by while you charge into battle against an enemy you know nothing about. Mila, a responsible guildmaster would never risk the lives of her charges like this. Who are you to lecture me about responsibility? Mila, listen to me. This is the Alacran you're dealing with. So, whatever notoriety they may have achieved means nothing to me. We'll cut them down like the common bandits they are. It's not that simple. More importantly, it's not your fight. What are you saying? They want me, Mila. I've been fending off assassination attempts ever since I returned to Thanalan. Just stay here and let me handle this. It'll be over soon, I promise. Just stay here while you go off on your own, is that it? It's been 7 years since I let you leave, Aldous. 7 years. Did you have any idea at all what you put me through? Mila, I don't want to hear it, you selfish bastard. She is very angry. Do you even care about the people who suffer because of you? Just get out. We don't need your help. We'll settle this ourselves. Mila, wait. There's something you need to know. Enough. Get out. Get out. All right. Save some of that for the Alacran, but do try not to let Leanne here come to harm while you're at it. That was a bit of a tongue twister for some reason. Alright, then we go into Western Thanalan, which I believe there is a gate there. Yes, Gate of the Sultana. And looks like it's quite a bit of ways away. I bet you it's that town that's all the way down there at the other end of the map. Almost there. It's such a long way. Alright, and then we're going to be going straight into an instance. There you are, Leanne. Everyone's already in position. Are you prepared? Sure. these healers? I don't see any. Although if I see any, if I see any start healing stuff, I'm gonna be moving to those so I can knock them out real quick. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's a mage here. I'm gonna get rid of them. And then this. Nope, there's another conjurer right here. And if I can target him, there we go. There are so many enemies in this one. Lila's, like, health is going down really fast. I might not even be able to do this one successfully. I'm not sure what else I should be doing, though. Even more enemies just popped up. Hopefully, Aldous shows up. Mila's about to die. Yeah, duty failed. What the heck? Okay, so what are we supposed to do instead? My gear is, for the most part, alright. I'll put that on instead since I'm 25. I want the... Yeah, I haven't really received anything I can use for accessories yet. Let's just give it another shot. See what happens. Some of these, though, I know that on some other classes I've had to do them more than once. Let's go after the archers first this time. Just because there's certain things you have to do to actually successfully complete them. This one, I'm pretty sure the biggest thing is keeping the majority of the people over here alive. Because for some reason, NPCs who help you out or whatever, they can't kill anything very fast. Okay, I think going after the archers and then lancers first was definitely a better option. Because everything else died a lot faster than the Gladiator class guys did. Alright, I'm gonna go after the healers. Definitely going better than it did before. Alright, are there more healers? These guys are thaumaturges. probably the last of it. Yeah. Alright, so the solution for that one was definitely going after the archers first and the lancers second, because they had less defense, so you can kill them faster than the gladiator classes. Alright, Mila says, "Rejoice, gladiators, for the day is ours!" I have a feeling something is going to go bad, though. Yeah. One of them's not masked. What? But why would you be? Leave them to us, First Sword. No, if you guys are gonna die. Don't do that. No, stop! Yeah. Such brittle blades, so easily broken. Perhaps the First Sword is made of stronger steel. Leave her, Xana. Our business here is over. He's the guy that's got this... What have you done, Leovold? He's got the sister's sword to the one Aldous has. First Sword, we must withdraw. The wounded need tending. Let us take them back to the guild. Okay, we're just going to teleport back because that walk was a very long one. Hopefully the next one's not quite so difficult to complete, because I would like to maybe get to the dungeon in this episode, but if we don't, that's okay. Alright, hi Mila. Give me a moment, Leanne. I need to think. I wanted to spare you this, Mila. I begged you not to go. You knew, Aldous, that Leovold had... Leovold and I once fought side by side in the Colosseum. The twin swords of Naldthal, they called us. Never lost a match, honored by the bull of Alamigo himself. But that was then and this is now. When I learned Leovold single-handedly transformed the Alacran from a gang of common thieves into the most feared criminal organization in Thanalan, I knew I had to return. It seems like a lifetime ago that the three of us used to train together in this hall. The Leovold I knew would never stoop so low. He was a good man, strong and true. What would drive him to do this? When I find him, I'll be sure to ask. Unfortunately, he seems determined to kill me for my curiosity. What aren't you telling me, Aldous? I'm not clever enough to keep secrets, my dear. I'm a simple man, only capable of dealing with what's right in front of me. Is that so? I'll find him, Mila. I promise. And then we get a new sword. That looks kind of neat. It's purple. Alright, we're gonna go for the headpiece because I know that the one we've got is not high enough. So we're gonna do that. Let's put that on. Ugly yellow thing. First Sword Mila has an important mission for you. Ah, Leon, I must apologize for my earlier behavior. As First Sword, my duty is not to foster your growth as a gladiator, but to also protect you from dangers you are not yet ready to face. I did not know that Leovold had become the leader of the Alacran. Had he chosen to bear his steel at us, many and more of us would not have returned alive. I need to know why he's turned to a life of crime, and so I've ordered my best men to scour Thanalan for any trace of his whereabouts. Unfortunately, one of them has disappeared. I have strong suspicions that he has been taken prisoner by the Alacran, or worse. If there is any hope of saving him, we must act quickly. I would have you search for our missing comrade. His last report stated that he was tracking the Alacran near the Hammers in western Thanalan. If you go there, you may yet find some clues to his fate. I've been far too reckless in recent days, and let too many good gladiators come to harm. Please, Leanne, find our missing comrade and bring him home safe. I'll go look for you. Western Thanalan. By hammers, I'm assuming it's those big mechanical things that we ran past heading to the Silver Bazaar. They make kind of loud knocking sounds when they move. I'm not sure what their purpose is. I figured it was like oil or something. I don't know. Equivalent to that in this world. I don't think you can go over this, can you? Oh yeah. Yes. Save myself a little bit of time. Needles to slay. I really like the puns and pop culture references that they use for different titles of things in this game. Okay, yeah, so these are the hammers that they were talking about, whatever they're doing. It's a trap, sister! And here we go. I'm gonna get out of that corner. It's really hard to see where their AoEs are and stuff. Why are you guys shirtless? That's not very smart when you're fighting against somebody with a sword. Let's shield bash you and get you to stop punching me for a second. He healed himself a little bit. Alright. Is that it? Alright. I'll be talking to this guy again. That's some fine swordsmanship, Leanne. Mila, the first sword certainly knows how to pick 'em. Heh, even after all these years, I can't quite bring myself to call her that. See, I still remember when her father first brought her to the guild, a wee lass who cried at the sight of naked steel. But to look at her now, you'd swear she was born with a blade in her hand. Not like she had much of a choice but to rise to the occasion, though. What with all the trouble Aldous got into 7 years ago. Selfish bastard, he should have never... but enough of my rambling. I'll make my way back to Ul'dah after a short rest. You go on ahead and tell Mila that I'm fine. Something makes me wonder if that's somebody that we've already met that is a named character, just hiding in a disguise or something. Could also just be some old person who's been a gladiator all his life. Leanne, thank the gods you're all right. I heard about the ambush at the Hammers. Excellent work. You've been invaluable to the guild, and I cannot thank you enough. In fact, I believe you deserve a much-needed rest. Take some time for yourself and return when you have recuperated. But before you go, speak with Lulu Tsu. I believe she has a message for you. Guild receptionist. Ah, Leanne, the very gladiator I was seeking. Lean closer, for I would not have the others hear my words. Aldous sends his regards and requests you to meet him at the Lich Yard in eastern Thanalan. Naturally, I have not divulged this information to the First Sword. As you may have gathered from their previous interactions, she's still rather upset with him, and would likely forbid any further association. Quite understandable, since she was clearly being groomed to become the next guildmaster, or since he was clearly being groomed to become the next guildmaster before that horrible scandal. They would have made such a lovely couple. She definitely ships that. Forgive me. This is hardly an appropriate topic of conversation. Anyway, you have my word that the First Sword will not hear of any rendezvous from me. Alrighty, so we get to go to Eastern Thanalan. I don't remember, but I don't think that there's a teleport there, but I'm gonna check anyway. Yeah, there's not. So, to get to... I don't remember... Yeah, okay, I did attune when we went over there last time. And right up there, I believe the fastest way is the ramp that goes through the middle here. Okay, it looks like another instance. Here we go! This one's with Aldous. I like a woman who keeps me waiting. It nurtures the sense of anticipation. Uh-oh. It's been 7 years since Mila's father was laid to rest here. He was mean and stubborn, an old goat through and through, but gods, when he danced with sword in hand, it was pure poetry in motion. Mila's right. There's no way I could know what it was like for her back then, forced to replace her father under such terrible circumstances. And the monk from earlier. And who might you be? Another of Leovold's lackeys? Master Leovold has been most distressed since learning of your return. This is unacceptable. Your master does not deserve your loyalty, kitten. When you've outlived your usefulness, he'll dispose of you like so many others, believe me. I speak from personal experience. Say what you will. I will not be swayed. She looks awfully determined to kill me. Still, I'm not really in the mood to play. Mind stopping her, Leanne? Tossing your assassin on me. No pressure, but I'll be evaluating your performance. Gee, thanks. You would die for this scum? Very well. She's gonna be hard to hit for a few more seconds while she's got that feather foot up. Read her movements, Leanne. It's not exactly high literature. Alright, now that that's off, I'm going to use fight or flight. Your interference is inexcusable. This ends now. I'm gonna stun that. Watch it, Leanne. This kitten has claws. Yeah, and I stunned it. I didn't want her to hit me with whatever that was. It said like 100 hits or something. And there we go. Duty complete. You've gotten stronger. Good. I'm glad Mila has a woman like you to rely on. She's her father's daughter, a leader of men, a true warrior, and an obstinate woman who lets her feelings cloud her judgment. Which is why she needs to be surrounded by dependable people who will give her good counsel and keep her temper in check. Now more than ever, stick by her. She needs you more than she knows. I'm gonna put that one. Haven't you listened to a word I said? She needs dependable people. In case you haven't noticed, I am anything but. I'm only here because of unfinished business. When it's settled, there'll be no reason left for me to stay. I owe it to her old man to put an end to this, to give him peace in Thal's realm by making that bastard Leopold finally answer for his crimes. Remember what I said, Leanne. Now go. She's probably wondering where you are. Okay, and it looks like we're done with that, so we're gonna go talk to Mila again. Gladiator's Guild. Why are you staring at me like that, Leanne? Is something the matter? You're behaving rather oddly. Well, I'm afraid I have no news regarding the Alacran's movements. I remain confident that we will find them soon, though, so keep your blade sharp. I do not want that because you can't get headgear. So we're going to upgrade either our... We're going to probably do the handpiece because I think this one you can't get feet gear, and I don't really like those if I can avoid them. We're going to upgrade our handpiece. Alright, so that's it for the Gladiator Guild for now. We'll have to reach level 30 to get to the next one. We have to go to Horizon. We're going to go ahead and teleport there so we don't have to run the whole way. Head on up there. Drunken Stag and Torrid Whisper. Some of the Rogadin in this game have the NPCs have the most weird names. Alright, we got a bunch of NPCs standing over here waiting for us. Alright, and we're going to talk to Stone Torch. There's been an incident inside Copperbell Mines. We are here to ensure that its effects are contained, but for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurer who's volunteered to quell the Hecaton shares? However you say that. I didn't think that Papashan would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready as best you can and enter at will. Alrighty. So we're going to be running straight into Copperbell, and I'm going to equip that new sword and shield that we got. Item level 23. That will help us out just a little bit. And we already equipped our new head and handpiece. And so hopefully we'll get some gear drops in here that can help us out just a little bit as well. And Copperbell Mines. I love that immediate pop. If the GPS will click yes, that would be nice. It's probably going to time out on us, so we'll have to wait for it to pop again. Oh, there we go. They just waited until the last second. Alright, so I'm going to give them a wave and say hello. Alrighty, off we go. Splash a couple times. I'm gonna have to adjust my head just a little bit because some of the pop-ups are like hanging off the screen for some reason. I don't want them to do that. I'm also going to eat that and get that well-fed plus 3% bonus to XP. Need that key. Okay, and we're gonna unlock this door. I always jump in this elevator because I think it's fun how your head goes above the roof of it when you're going down. It's just simple pleasures. We got some wandering Spriggans in this dungeon that I'll have to make sure I keep an eye out for. I asked if they want to full run of this for the map achievement. And EXP. They asked if anybody in here doesn't have their map achievement, and I said I don't, but I'm fine to skip ahead too. And someone said they're all for it. So. We leveled up, and we learned a new attack, but I can't use it in this dungeon because we've been synced down to level 20. You got a potion out of that chest. Alright, continue on this way. Oh, there's one of those giants that we were talking about. Ugly things, aren't they? Their little helmets are kind of weird. It's like got bars in front of their face, like a muzzle or something. Technically I didn't need to come down here for the map achievement, but might as well get the extra XP. We're going to continue down this pathway. I like to try and group them up as much as possible. Sometimes they're stubborn though. So occasionally you'll probably see me like moving around in weird patterns to try and like pull them into a tight little ball. Because we're in here with a black mage, and they've got an attack called Fire 2 that they're able to kind of it like spreads around to surrounding enemies. And Lei leveled up to 21, so just told them grats. There's some fire sand to pick up right here. We're going to need that later. And it is one of the objectives for us to fulfill in here, is gathering up pieces of fire sand. See that big fire where it's spreading around like that? That's the fire too I was talking about. And it hits all the enemies. But that smaller one he's doing right now is a single target fire. So he's doing a pretty good job at beginning Black Mage skills. When I first started playing Final Fantasy, Black Mage was the main class that I played. I really enjoyed it, but once I started, I got brave enough to try using a tank class. I kind of fell in love with it, and that's why Dark Knight is the main class I play now, and I kind of switch back and forth between Dark Knight and Dragoon. A little bit, but I definitely still enjoy Black Mage a lot. It's a really fun class to play. It's really challenging. They've kind of made it easier to play in a way. During Heaven's Ward, it was very, very difficult to play because there was a lot of management with watching your cooldowns and stuff, and making sure you keep certain buffs up at all times. So that was a lot of fun to figure out at first, but once you kind of got the hang of it, it wasn't too bad. But yeah, I definitely really, really enjoy the melee class jobs in the game, and the tanking is a lot of fun. And because I haven't actually leveled Paladin, that was why I ended up picking it for this game. This is technically one of the boss fights, but it's like just a whole bunch of random ads that appear all over the place, and then the boss finally jumps down afterwards. There he is. And there we go. All done with that. We get another tiny key to open the door. It looks like some pants, and I will take that. They will probably be just a little bit better than what I'm currently wearing, so sounds good to me. These guys squeak, and it is the most adorable sound, and it makes me really feel bad to kill them because they're really cute. There's several creatures like that in the game, though, where I'm like, I don't want to kill them, they're so cute. But you have to. I left their music notes up above them. It's really funny. This area, there's like 4 rooms. Flash a couple times. And you have to clear all of them before you can actually go anywhere. Because there's like the fire sand and stuff. you need to pick up. Because there's a door over there you're going to have to blow up in order to get past it, because there's no key. And that's what the fire sand is for. Oh, it's not a door that won't open, it's a pile of rubble. Something. Alright, so there's the fire sand right there. And then that's it in this room. We gotta go across to this one. These blasting caps are the things that drop the fire sand. And Lay's gonna go grab the chest from in that room. I'm going to pass on that because it's technically not what the tank would wear. You need to look for something that's labeled as Gladiator. Alright, so they're putting the sand there, and then I'm going to activate the blasting device. And there we go! Now we can go. And immediately we got some more fire sand. Alright. This boss is kind of annoying. Definitely one of my least favorite bosses to do. Let me ask the party if they know how this works. Alright, they do. So we're good to go. So you basically can't do any damage to him. When you do try, it's like the tiniest amounts, but he's got so much health, it's ridiculous. So we have to summon these blasting caps, and they can't kill it. I have to hold it next to the boss until it decides to explode itself, and make sure the boss stays inside that, and it splits him apart. Just like that. So now I hold on to him, and we wait for the plunger device there to be ready to go. Okay, so they're going to use it, and I'm going to grab this blasting cap and bring them over here. And occasionally those Spriggans will pop up, so it gives the DPS something to do, so they can kill it. And we got to do it one more time, and then it should be enough for the DPS to be able to kill this guy. It'll split him up into a whole bunch of little ones. I can't remember if it splits into 2 each or 4 each. I just remember it's a whole lot of little tiny acre things. Yeah, it's 2 each. And they're finally able to be killed. Alright, there's a Disciple Magic Hat and a Conjurer Weapon. So hopefully our Conjurer can use that. There we go. Alright, so we're going to grab these right here first. Alright, we leveled up to 27. Technically, if we wanted to just keep going, and it wasn't a full clear, where we came out over there to kill the last mob, that is where you would go. And you would just skip all of these over here. But I kind of want the treasure chest, so. And also the full clear, because you get a little bit more XP. When you run dungeons like this, you get a lot of experience off the monsters. So doing a full clear, especially in these low-level dungeons, is usually worth it. You get a few level ups out of it. Like, Lay just leveled up again. That is worse than what we're wearing, so we're gonna pass it. Head on up this way. If these things were just used to dig, how come they've got like a shield and an axe on them that's like built for their size? Or were they maybe guards or something? Because I know that when they were talking about the history of this mine, that the hecatombs were used to dig, but they don't look like diggers, they look like fighters. Alright, and then this is the last boss. Slaves no more! Free! Free! He's a big one. And he's going to run over here. So I always just pull him over here anyway, so we don't have to all move. Once we've already kind of gotten started on our rotations. And he's going to dig out more of his buddies, but we just ignore them. Because they run all the way over there and keep digging on the walls. And it's not a big deal. They end up grabbing more enemies, but if you just focus on the boss and ignore the fact that they're getting summoned, you can kill them before they come to attack. And there we go. Yay! We did it! Tell everybody thank you. We got magic skirt. And give the healer our commendation. And off we go. We got 2 commendations that time. Okay, and then we need to go talk to Painted Mesa. Where are they at? Back in Ul'dah. This is going to be a little bit of a long episode, but that's okay. Alright, looks like they're over here in the Adventurers Guild. Oh, it's an instance. That's interesting. Alright, let's make sure we put on all of our newer stuff. I'm going to re-equip those just because they're fully spirit bonded. I don't know if that gives you any major bonuses or not, but oh well. Alright, so we're going into a Copperbell. Ah, the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Ul'dah will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papashan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. No! Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this, paid for it with my own coin. What rot. You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass blades, help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. Gross. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness. Please, adventurer, help me, I beg of ye. I swear on me mother's grave I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I'd saved. I only wanted to treat me children to a decent meal. And who the hells are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this mummer's farce. You lot teach them a lesson. Oh, man. I feel like this kind of... He's burped. I'll take care of this. The rest of you watch. Ugh, I should have stopped at the 7th ale. Yeah. Stop bloody gawping at me and give me a hand, will ye? You're a healer. Nope, you're a black mage. Never mind. Probably wasn't very smart to go up against an adventurer. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Your hair is awful. Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you thrice over. Is she an important person? I'd swear there were more refugees than what I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they've tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in other cities? And if the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Old Da has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I would be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff? He looks so shocked. Look at him. It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins, get your Dodo tenderloins. Guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think that old Daw was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity and you see no end to the misery and suffering. Madam, are you alright? Yep, I'm fine. What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave that poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? Grr, I will overlook this, but just this once. Idiot. God bless you, adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. It don't bear thinking about. Case closed. Hello again. What are they doing in Thanalan? We've been keeping a close eye on you ever since you left Gridania. You discharged your duty as envoy impeccably, and never once faltered in the face of myriad dangers. But more importantly, you were always ready to help those in need, even if you didn't stand to earn a gil by doing so. You are possessed of all the qualities we seek in an adventurer. Of this we are convinced. Ooh. Even if you were kind of dragged into that business with the dodo meat. Well, nobody else would stand up for her. Yes, thank you, Ida. And then there is the matter of your gift. I dare say you are curious as to the nature of the vision you bore witness to moments ago. Well, we can help you to understand it. You're not the only one with that power, you know. We have a friend who has it too, and we'd love for you to meet her. And meeting her is only the beginning, for we would also have you lend your strength to our cause. In return, we should be glad to assist your adventuring endeavors in whatever way we are able. Should you decide to take us up on our offer, and I sincerely hope you will, pray speak with Momodi. The proprietress of the Quicksand is a good friend of ours. She will tell you where to find us. Got recruited! Wait a minute. We haven't even told you the name of our order. We're the Science of the Seventh Dawn, Defenders of Justice. Oh, but don't tell anyone, except for Momodi. She knows already. It's a secret. Alright. Momodi's up here. There she is. Scenes like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be all right. Oh, is that another new adventurer? Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the womenfolk from time to time. Ah, Leanne, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh-off-the-carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you'd been hard at it with giants in the dark. You're every ilm the adventurer Mion said you'd be, Leanne. The station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, but before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Oh, it's... Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. She's the one that we saw after we went into the Tamtara dungeon. My name is Edda. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when... sorry. We were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Avir, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the woman you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I am inspired, just as Zavir once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first to ask your name. Your name. Lian Lungtian. I shan't forget. Thank you, Lian. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. Adventuring can be a cruel bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot, and thought it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be part of your lives. And there goes double for yours, Leanne. And that goes double for yours. What did you say? You want to know about the signs of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Leanne, the Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. And we got an option. It's not really any better than what we got, so we're just going to take the bronze piece. And let's go ahead and grab this one. And then that'll be it for today. Momodi is ready to tell you what she knows about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. So you want to know more then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise? I swear, if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on another, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being old on. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people who've made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, and so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Lian. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Thanalan. The place you're looking for is called the Waken Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance and you'll be let in. You're a woman in demand, Lian, and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget about them and as helped make you into the adventurer you are. drop in and tell them how you're faring from time to time. You hear? Right. Well, I've said my piece. Off you go. And that will be it for today. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. We finally finished our third dungeon, and we're getting into the meat of the story now by meeting the Signs of the Seventh Dawn. So that's really exciting. And I can't wait to get a little bit more deeply into that. And yeah, so anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed this. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.